I watched a video from MrBeast where he was reacting to himself from 10 years earlier. And it really got me thinking about my content and how I've been doing content for 7 years. And so in today's video, I want to share with you my journey, but also some takeaways that I took from MrBeast's 10-year transformation of his content. And by no means am I at the level that he's at, but I want to share my journey because I think it'll be more relatable for you since you're probably not at a point where MrBeast is at either if you're watching my channel right now. So the first point is that everyone starts small, even the greats. It was really interesting to see how Jimmy, MrBeast, was when he was 10 years younger. He wanted to get to 1 million subscribers, and I think he's done that many times over. But in the moment, that probably felt like something that was unsurmountable, unattainable, and yet he still set out to do that. And it's really cool to see that he's been able to transform and actually make that happen. And I think that's a really big thing for us. If you really want something, if you're going to create a goal, you have to create it and then intentionally go after every single day. I don't know when MrBeast hit 1 million subscribers. It was probably prior to 10 years. I mean, it definitely was prior to 10 years, but for him to have that goal in mind and go after it every single day relentlessly allowed him to do that. And so it's the same thing with me creating content. I wanted to get better at speaking. I wanted to be more of an influence, and through being able to speak, as you can see right here, this video where I do not speak well at all. This video was me 7 years ago where I couldn't speak at all, but I wanted to get better at speaking and be able to influence more people. So we all start from somewhere. Some of us start a little further ahead than others, but you just have to start and take consistent action every single day. The second thing is that your struggles are the setup. Jimmy went through bankruptcy, loneliness, people saying that he'll never make it as a content creator, and I've had my share as well. When I first got started in my video career, if you will, not really a career yet, but when I first got started making videos in my entrepreneurial career, it was around fitness. And that eventually shifted over to public speaking, which is where I got better, really better at speaking. But then now I've made a shift to helping out with social media content and getting business owners virtual assistants. So there's been a lot of shifts for me, but I've still been on that entrepreneurial journey. And the biggest thing is that I've still been creating content no matter what. I mean, I'm right here in public right now. I never would have done that in the past, to be in public. I always wanted to be in my studio, just doing it there where nobody could possibly see me, hear me, anything like that. But yet I'm out here doing this in public because I know that's the next step in my evolution to be able to get better at content. And the biggest thing of all is that every time I've made the pivot, I've been able to do something better faster. Yes, I started from zero again, but I was able to get better so much quicker because of that pivot. And I don't necessarily suggest that you constantly try and pivot. I feel like I pivoted a little too often myself along this journey, but still I have kept the course when it came to the video content, and I know that it's gotten better over time because I've continued to do it and continued to refine that. And then number 3, find what you love and don't let go. MrBeast said, the luckiest thing that ever happened to me is finding what I love early. And this is so true when it comes to content creation. If you can find things that you love to talk about, that you love to do, even business, it makes it a lot easier. It doesn't make it easy by any means, but it definitely makes it easier and makes it where you want to continue to pour in to the business, pour into the team that you're building up, and continue to do things even when you don't have the views there. So I promise people are actually watching, but finding what you love is a huge help in order to create better content, because you can tell when you're actually excited, when you're actually engaged with that content because of you being excited to talk about that content. Find the thing that you love and start doing content around that, and that will make content that much easier for you. And that's why I've dove into creating a social media agency, because I have seen the power of what social media has done for me, bringing me new friends, bringing me new connections, building my business, getting business from social media. I want to help other business owners out with that. That is my passion and my purpose. I want to help other business owners get out of their shell, not even just build a business, not just to build a connection, but getting out of the shell. Again, going back to the video of me 7 years ago starting, where I talk like this and I sounded like I was really excited today. I speak so much better now, and so many more opportunities come to me to be able to get on stages and speak in front of people and educate them because I've gotten comfortable and confident in my own skin and my ability to articulate a message to an audience. And that's the thing, over these last 7 years, I have learned so much. I have transformed myself so much, mainly my confidence, my speaking ability, but even the way that I can carry conversations off the camera as well has changed so much, all because I know how to articulate a message, and even actually my leadership abilities as well, because I realized through content, if you're not talking to somebody directly, if you're just kind of talking generically, you're not going to actually reach an audience. You're not going to reach anybody. And it's the same thing when it comes to actually leading and directing people. If you don't tell them point blank, do this thing in this time, typically it'll just kind of get done at some point and they're not even 100% sure what they're doing. So you need to be very clear and on your message and articulate that. And that's probably the biggest thing that I've learned over this 7-year journey and why I'm all in on helping people with social media content. So if you're in that phase where you just feel like nothing seems to work, keep going. I promise it will. You're not behind. You're just in the building phase right now. So comment the word believe below if this message spoke to you and if you plan to try and create some content today to start getting better at articulating your message.